Did you realize there are critical truths doctors rarely share with seniors? At this stage of life, many feel they have no choice but to accept whatever a doctor says without question, but the reality is different. There are 5 hidden truths that most seniors are not told clearly. Yet they can make all the difference in how you approach your health, your appointments, and your confidence in making decisions. In this video, we will uncover those truths one by one, so you will know exactly what matters most before walking into a doctor's office. These insights are not meant to create fear, but to give you strength, clarity, and peace of mind. You deserve to feel prepared, and you deserve to understand what really lies beneath the surface when it comes to your health care. By the end of this video, you will realize that you have more control than you may have imagined, and you will know how to use that control wisely. So stay with me, because these truths could completely reshape the way you experience medical visits after 70 and help you step into them with calm, dignity, and confidence. Truth 1. Medications may interact in unexpected ways. As the years go by, many seniors find themselves taking more pills than they ever imagined, one for blood pressure, another for cholesterol, perhaps something to help with sleep, and maybe a handful of vitamins. Each of these may seem harmless on its own, but here is the truth. Few people will tell you, once those medications and supplements start mixing together, they can create effects you never expected. This is called drug interaction, and it is one of the most overlooked risks after 70. Your body simply does not process medication the same way it did decades ago. The liver and kidneys, which handle the hard work of breaking down drugs, become less efficient with age. That means a pill that worked fine when you were 60 might stay in your system longer now, especially when combined with something else. What looks like a new health problem, dizziness, fatigue, or confusion, may in fact be the result of 2 or 3 medications working against each other. The tricky part is that many of these interactions go unnoticed because doctors and pharmacists do not always have the full picture. Unless you bring it up, they may not know you are taking over-the-counter pain relievers, herbal teas, or supplements like ginseng. Yet, those harmless extras can dramatically change how prescriptions behave in your body. Even common foods, like grapefruit juice, can make some drugs dangerously strong or practically useless. Imagine an older gentleman named Charles, aged. He was on medication for his heart but also took pain relievers for his knees. Soon he noticed swelling and shortness of breath. At first, he thought it was just age catching up with him. In reality, the pain relievers were clashing with his heart medication and straining his kidneys. Once his doctor reviewed everything and adjusted the plan, Charles felt much better. The lesson is simple: never assume your doctor knows every pill you take. Write down your full list, prescriptions, supplements, and vitamins, and bring it to every appointment. Ask questions like, could these medicines interact? Or is there anything in my diet I should avoid? You are not being difficult, you are being smart, and most doctors appreciate that. Truth 2. Tests may not always tell the full story. When you walk into a doctor's office, it is easy to believe that every test they order will reveal the absolute truth about your health. Blood tests, scans, and screenings can feel like final answers written in stone. But here is the hidden truth. After 70, many of these tests can give misleading results, and sometimes they raise more questions than they answer. As we age, our bodies naturally change. A blood sugar reading that looks high might not mean diabetes. A heart scan that shows abnormal results might reflect nothing more than age-related wear and tear. The problem is that doctors sometimes rely on numbers and images more than on the whole picture of your life. This can lead to unnecessary treatments, extra medications, or even surgeries that may not improve your quality of life. Take the example of Evelyn, who was 78. Her routine blood work suggested her thyroid might be off balance. Her doctor wanted to adjust her medication immediately, but Evelyn's daughter encouraged her to get a second opinion. The new doctor explained that slight changes in thyroid numbers are common in older adults and do not always need treatment. Instead of adding another pill, they monitored her symptoms, and Evelyn avoided unnecessary side effects. The truth is that tests are tools, not verdicts. They are like photographs, capturing only one moment in time. A slightly unusual number does not always mean something is wrong, and sometimes repeating the test later gives a different result. The most important voice in the room is still your own. How are you feeling? What symptoms have you noticed? Those details matter more than one piece of paper with numbers on it. The best way to protect yourself is to ask, what does this test really mean for me at my age? Or will this change the way we treat my condition? These questions encourage your doctor to see you as a whole person, not just a chart. And if the answers feel unclear, there is nothing wrong with seeking another perspective. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 2 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now, let's move forward. Truth 3: prescriptions can be both help and harm. One of the most common experiences seniors face after 70 is leaving the doctor's office with yet another prescription slip in hand. At first, it can feel reassuring, as though the doctor has given you a solution, neatly packaged in a small bottle. But here's the hidden truth. Medications can be just as harmful as they are helpful when not carefully managed, especially for older adults. As we age, our bodies process drugs differently. Kidneys and livers may slow down, which means medicines stay in the system longer than they used to. What once felt like a normal dose in your 60s may cause dizziness, confusion, or weakness in your 70s or 80s. Some medications also interact with others in ways that create side effects worse than the original problem. A pill for blood pressure can cause fatigue, which leads to less exercise, which then makes the heart weaker over time. It becomes a chain reaction that doctors sometimes fail to see. Think of George, an 80-year-old man who was prescribed 3 different pills for sleep, blood pressure, and cholesterol. After a few months, he began experiencing frequent falls. His doctor initially suggested physical therapy, assuming it was age-related muscle weakness. But when a new physician reviewed his prescriptions, they realized the combination of medications was making George lightheaded. By adjusting his prescriptions, the falls stopped, and his energy returned. This story is not rare. Many seniors are caught in what's often called the prescription cascade. One medication causes side effects, and instead of reducing or changing the original drug, another prescription is added to cover up the problem. Before long, a person may be taking 10 pills a day and feeling worse than before. The truth here is simple but powerful. Every prescription deserves to be questioned. You have the right to ask, is this drug truly necessary, or can we try a smaller dose first? Doctors sometimes prescribe by habit, but you are not required to accept a pill without understanding why it is needed and how it fits into your bigger health picture. Sometimes lifestyle adjustments, such as diet, movement, or stress management, can work as well as medication and with fewer risks. While medicines can certainly save lives and improve well-being, they are not always the first or only answer. The third hidden truth is this: prescriptions are not harmless, and the more you take, the more carefully they need to be reviewed. By staying aware and asking questions, you can avoid unnecessary side effects and protect your quality of life. Truth 4: quick fixes often hide deeper problems. When we walk into a doctor's office after 70, many of us hope for a clear answer and a fast solution. Doctors, under pressure of limited time, may sometimes respond to that expectation with a quick fix. Maybe it is a pill to take away pain, or a referral to a specialist who provides an injection or procedure that promises immediate relief. At first, these solutions can feel like a blessing. The ache in your knee might lessen, or the chest discomfort might ease. But here lies a truth that is rarely spoken. Those quick fixes can mask the deeper issues that truly need attention. Let me share an example. Ruth, a 75-year-old woman, complained of constant fatigue. Her physician prescribed her iron supplements and told her to rest more. The pills gave her a small boost at first, but the fatigue never fully left. It was not until a year later, after a second doctor ordered more thorough tests, that Ruth discovered her tiredness was linked to a heart condition. For 12 months, the quick fix delayed proper diagnosis, and her health declined unnecessarily. This truth matters because many seniors trust that if symptoms are being treated, the cause must also be addressed. But that is not always the case. Painkillers may ease back pain, but they do not rebuild bone strength. Blood pressure pills may bring down numbers, but they do not solve the stress or diet issues that keep the problem alive. In fact, relying on quick fixes can sometimes worsen health because the root cause is ignored while the surface problem is covered up. Doctors often work in a system that rewards speed, not depth. They may focus on managing your discomfort rather than uncovering why your body is sending those signals in the first place. That is why it becomes crucial for seniors to be active participants in their care, asking questions like, "What could be causing this?" or "Is there a test to find the root problem?" can open doors to deeper solutions. The truth here is not that all quick fixes are bad. Sometimes they are necessary to provide relief and buy time. But the danger lies in believing the problem is solved when only the surface has been patched. True healing, especially in older age, often requires patience, persistence, and looking beyond the easy answer. So remember, before accepting a quick fix, pause and consider whether it is addressing the real issue or simply putting a temporary bandage on it. That awareness could save you from months or even years of overlooked health problems. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 4 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now, let's move forward. Truth 5. You hold more power than you think. One of the greatest hidden truths about seeing a doctor after 70 is that the patient often has more control than they realize. Many seniors walk into the exam room believing that once the doctor gives instructions, the only option is to obey. But medicine does not work that way. Every person's body is different. Every treatment has options, and every recommendation is exactly that. A recommendation. You have the right to understand, to question, and to decide what happens to your own body. Think about Henry, who was 78 when his doctor suggested surgery for his shoulder pain. Henry felt uneasy. Instead of rushing into the procedure, he asked for more information and sought a second opinion. That choice changed everything. The second doctor explained that physical therapy could be just as effective, far less risky, and more affordable. Henry's courage to speak up saved him from unnecessary surgery and months of recovery. His story is a reminder that seniors are not powerless, even when sitting across from a doctor in a white coat. Doctors are trained experts, but they are also human, and their suggestions may not always align with your personal needs, preferences, or lifestyle. You have the power to say, "I'd like to think about that," or "Can you explain the alternatives?" You have the power to ask whether waiting, adjusting diet, or changing daily habits could be tried before moving to stronger medications or invasive procedures. And you always have the power to seek another professional's perspective if something does not feel right. This truth is so important because feeling powerless can lead to unnecessary fear, confusion, or even regret. On the other hand, Realizing your role as an equal partner in your healthcare can bring peace of mind and confidence. Seniors who engage in open conversations with their doctors often experience better care, greater satisfaction, and improved outcomes. So as you prepare for your next appointment, carry this truth with you. You are not just a passive patient. You are the owner of your health, the one who chooses the path forward. By embracing that responsibility and authority, you step into the doctor's office, not with hesitation, but with strength and clarity. And that is the final hidden truth, one that can completely transform how you see yourself in your healthcare after 70. Fabia's final thoughts. We have uncovered 5 powerful truths that most seniors are rarely told before visiting a doctor after 70. From understanding how medications can unexpectedly interact, to recognizing that tests do not always reveal the full picture, to questioning prescriptions, to looking beyond quick fixes, and finally, realizing the power you truly hold. Each of these truths gives you more clarity and more control. What makes them so valuable is that they shift you from being a passive patient to an active partner in your health. That shift alone can change not just the outcome of your appointments, but the way you experience your later years with confidence and dignity. So as you look ahead to future appointments, carry these insights with you. Let them guide your conversations, shape your choices, and remind you that you hold more influence than you may have realized. Age does not take away your power. In fact, it gives you wisdom, perspective, and the ability to stand firm in what matters most for your health and your life. Thank you for joining us today. We'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and share one thing you learned today and how you plan to use it in your life. Your thoughts are important to us, so don't hesitate to share them. Reading your comments gives us great motivation and encouragement. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.